According to reports, I saw one on Florio's site, Pro Football Talk, talking about how the competition committee, although this was not mentioned by Sean Payton yesterday, I didn't ask him the direct question. I asked him about pass interference, and he essentially said the conversation about whether pass interference should remain reviewable after the 1-year trial that failed miserably in the NFL last year. There's no other way to put it because there was no consistent application of it. It was totally maddening all the way down to the end of the season when there was one that wasn't called in the end zone, and Jeff Schaefer will talk all about it, being a diehard Seahawk fan. The play before Hollister was stopped on the 1-inch yard line. Clearly, there was pass interference in the end zone. That's exactly what it should be there for. Less than 2 minutes to go. Wasn't called. Clear contact. No flag. Pass interference in the end zone. This is exactly why we had this in place last year and didn't happen. And then, Saints fans will definitely talk for a long time that Kyle Rudolph pushed off in the end zone in the playoff game. In overtime for a game winner. No call. This is what it should be there for. Didn't happen. He said, Sean Payton yesterday, he's on the competition committee, and we all know he was one of the more important driving forces to get this thing as reviewable for last year. His point was, hey, everything's been going on with the coronavirus and trying to figure out the draft has pushed everything back and a little bit down in terms of something that needs to be addressed right away. That was the conversation. He did not mention that the sky judge, to essentially have somebody sitting up top in an NFL stadium looking at every play and throwing a flag and buzzing down when it needs to be called for anything that apparently is reviewable. And we'll see if pass interference would be considered that. And this was apparently used in the AAF, correct, Mike? Which you were in the booth for?
Yeah, we actually set it up.
So when you set it up, what do you mean you set it up?
We were one of the first guinea pigs, my show, that was like getting it to work.
Your broadcast.
Yeah, the one that I was
You're
working on.
the one to set up because the Sky Judge was
Sky
hooked
Judge
up to the booth.
basically hooked up to what they were using is the college football replay system that was in all the stadiums we were at.
Right.
They were basically using that system, and we could go to him between the ref on the field and the booth.
Right, to
and
have
you
it
could listen back and
explained.
forth.
You can listen to the back and forth.
And we had to kind of create the system to make it work.
And so,
which was cool.
I know you like the fact that the Sky Judge was used. My issue with a Sky Judge is this. I'm not talking about that the Sky Judge needs to be consistent in all games. That's the problem because there's going to be different Sky Judges. You remember when the review process was a replay official? Somebody did it in San Diego for the Chargers game. Didn't call it the same way as somebody did in Jacksonville. That's why the NFL has now a centralized system where it's one crew that's looking at the same thing all the time. So that's a problem, is that the Sky Judges are now going to have maybe different interpretations, drive you crazy. But the thing that drives fans most nuts are late flags or flags on plays or flags on fouls that are off your television screen. Illegal contact on right side of the field, even though quarterback looked left the entire time and threw left. Incomplete. My team's off the field. Punt. Let's go. Let's get the ball back. Oh, no, there's a flag on the play.
Right.
Somebody had illegal contact way away from the action, and even worse, something you did not see with your own naked eye during the game as it was being broadcast.
Yeah, no.
And you're like, oh my God. And then they show you, and it's ticky-tack, or it's a viable play, but it's just like, why are you calling that? It's not even close. The quarterback wasn't even going that direction. Now imagine a Sky Judge. Now imagine a Sky Judge making this call from up top. And in order, at least you see a yellow flag on the field that somebody in your broadcast team truck sees and has it spotted, and somebody says, put the yellow flag up on the right part of the screen. Put that yellow flag graphic up and you sitting at home know as in as real time as possible something's happened. Or you even see the flag arcing in to your screen. Sky Judge, what are they going to do? They're going to basically say, flag on the play to who? Somebody down in the field who will then take out their flag and drop it down seconds after the play's over? When will the Sky Judge ring in with his or her decision that there was a foul on the play?
They did it. They were pretty quick.
But
before the next play.
But I mean, before the next play. Again, when are you going to chime in that this has happened? Now I know that you've seen it in action with the AAF, but in the NFL, 3rd and 8, fourth quarter, playoff game, week 18 of the 2021 season, right? You know, 7 and 8 versus 7 and 8, playoff on the line. Okay, I know that won't be a week 18 record, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, yep, that was illegal contact. I'm seeing it in real time, or I'm just seeing it on replay. Flag on the play. Somebody buzzes in, yeah, or week 1, week 2. I'm sure they'll try and get it right. All the officials will look around saying, "Who threw the flag?" I guess they'll hear in their ears from the Sky Judge, there's a flag on the play, and someone will immediately take a flag out and throw it down.
They stop
and then they'll stop it down, and then that Sky Judge will overrule the white hat
so
on the field.
what they do is they're watching. They got the monitors. They're doing this. They're actually physically doing it.
I'm sure, but the white hat on the field is the official.
Yeah.
And the official didn't see it, but the Sky Judge is now part of the team saying, I've got the penalty on the play. I guess in the same way that a back judge would, and the official, the white hat, has to accept this penalty on behalf of the entire crew. I just don't know, man. I don't know how workable it is, and I just don't know how many fans will appreciate thinking is enough NFL action where you think your team is off the field, or you think your team has scored, or you think your team has gotten a first down, and you are euphoric or you're disappointed or whatever, and you're looking around did the play stand? And then suddenly in comes the Sky Judge. How pissed are you going to be? Right?
I mean, just think at the beginning of last year, every single big play that happened on the field, I just assumed was getting called back.
Because of the holds.
Yeah. There were so many holdings in the first month of the season. Any 50-yard run, long pass play, you just assumed it was coming back.
Until Brady tweeted about it during a Thursday Night Football game.
And then it all went away.
Supposedly that
Allegedly.
was a connected issue. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm all for technology. You know, I'm Mr. Replay. I love replay. I don't want replay to go anywhere. I think it just needs to be improved. I just don't know how it would be improved adding somebody who's not seen, right, is part of it. I just don't know. But we'll see how it all works out.